everybody, and welcome back to Kitten-thon 2014. I'm Rockley Smile, and I'm joined by Green9090, AlpacaPatrol, and Last Grey Wolf. Hello, everybody.
How's it going?
Did you say kitten thong?
Kitten-thon, like it's a kitten marathon.
Okay.
I want to have
That makes a lot more
kittens
sense.
all day, every day.
Kittens in thongs.
Kitten
prancing
thong.
around.
I'm sure that exists on the internet.
It probably does, and I don't
Guaranteed.
want to see it. Yeah.
You don't? I would look
Not
at
at all.
That
Well, see, because the thong would get weird, though, wouldn't it? Because, like, the tail would be in the way.
There's a little hole
You
for
know?
that, where they just drag it to the side.
We're really
you just pull the
discussing
thong to
the
the-
logistics of
to the
this, aren't
side.
we?
But if you were kitten thongs.
I mean, they have like girls with cattails too, and they wear thongs sometimes, so it can't be that weird.
It's true. Girls with cat
Are
tails
those on the
just...
outside of the thong, though?
I don't know. Are they?
No, that's a butt plug. You just put it in
Oh,
the
well,
butt.
there's that, too. I
Yeah.
wasn't-
There's probably both
I wasn't thinking that
permutations.
I'll plug
Yeah.
your butt.
Don't plug my butt. That's gross.
Plug
You, Austin.
But
Ugh.
yeah, Austin. Jeez. Bleh. But what was I just saying? We were
You're talking about kitten
thongs.
butt plugs.
Butt bugs.
Yeah, kittens
Butt
butt
thugs.
plugs.
Oh my god,
Right.
imagine a kitten
thugs
plug that
harmony.
gives them a second tail.
Oh my
Oh.
god.
The old double
That
tail
would
kitten.
probably be illegal if we had
I
to.
hope so.
I think
I really
the
hope
butt
it
plug
would be.
itself would be illegal. You should be putting butt plugs up
Yeah,
kittens.
well, that's exactly...
That's what we were saying. Yeah.
Where-
Oh, I
the
thought you
tail
were saying
part
the one
probably
with the
wouldn't be illegal.
tail. Yeah.
Yeah, I know. No,
I'm done
just
talking
like-
about this actually. Never mind.
Yeah.
No, all right.
Hey, Austin. Actually, that's what I was gonna ask. What sex are your kittens actually?
I'm
That'd be
glad
disgusting.
I thought that was going way somewhere else, but they are brothers, so
Huh.
they are male.
Oh, that's adorable.
Yeah.
I don't know what the difference would be between a cat boy and a cat girl. Although I've heard,
Penis and a vagina.
well, yeah,
They have
I mean, like,
eyelashes and wear lipstick.
really?
Is that too?
Yes.
Huh. Didn't know that.
Have
But,
you ever watched cartoons? That's how it is.
hmm.
Yeah.
But butter.
Butter.
Yeah. No. I do know cats. Apparently, I've been told that cats in heat are not an enjoyable time. So
No, not at all.
yeah. So lady cat seems like it would be a bad idea. Plus, you'd have to worry about leaving it outside and it just goes out and gets pregnant or something.
Right.
It'd be very dangerous and scary.
A bunch of kitties.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, it's good if
But
you
then
love
what do you
lots
do
of
with those
kitties, but it's
kitties?
pretty bad in the long-term scheme of things.
Yeah, if you don't
Yeah.
like the kitties, which
Then you'd have a lot of cats.
yeah.
Soon enough, Austin will be a crazy cat lady.
Nah.
Well, we're all gonna be eventually when Eugenics comes out.
That's true.
Hey, that game's coming out, right, guys?
Yeah.
Someday.
I can't wait for that, but I really especially can't wait for Rebirth.
Rebath.
Rebath.
Rebath, is that the Boston version?
But you know what's funny?
Bandit of Isaac Rebath. That's a weird accent.
Eugenics wasn't even supposed to be like a full-fledged game, right? Like that initially they
was.
were just kind of
I thought it was.
but I thought they were just working on that like on the side in between their next big project that they wanted to do. That's what I remember hearing from them.
Well, that's
But-
what Binding of Isaac started out as too, I thought.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, yeah, that one was just kind of an accident. He only made that in 3 months.
So basically, what they need to do is pretend to not make games, and their games are awesome.
Yeah, that's true.
Mhm.
Meat Boy was also a game that they were like, oh, let's make this over the summer, although they were forced to by Microsoft. And it did pretty well.
Wait, the original Meat Boy or
Super Meat Boy.
Oh, okay.
They didn't
Yeah.
plan on it being such a short development time. They just had to deal with all of the marketing shit that happened. And then they still ended up getting fucked with anyway.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, short
Yeah.
development time seemed to favor Team Meat games well.
Hey, necessity is the mother of invention.
The
true.
simple bare necessity.
Yeah,
happened
bare
to that guy?
necessities are the mothers of invention. Invention.
Nirvana.
Nirvana-shin.
Nirvana Sharn.
Dave Nirvana.
Easy wears.
Why did I just take damage?
That card
His Austin's
dies.
card.
Yeah.
Oh.
Austin's deck is kind of an asshole this time, I'm noticing.
It is, yeah.
Yeah,
I
it's
think
an
you guys
asshole,
should
but it's
attack
not
it.
it's not a one that wins. It's just the one that is an asshole and dies.
Just with everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I wonder what you should do to it. to make it not do that.
You could do it, put your ass into it.
The
Yeah.
simple bare necessity.
Where's this fucking Bear? I need to hear Bear sing that song.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Does Bear Taffy have a snake friend? Because he should.
I can see it.
Bagheera Taffy? Wait. Who's the snake?
Bagheera Taffy. That sounds like a Godzilla monster.
Bagheera Taffy.
Oh, everyone run! It's Bagheera Taffy!
No, why does everyone hate me in this game already?
Have you read
Oh.
what that fucking card does?
Yeah.
Fuck that card.
Also,
a-
Rob swore to, like, track you down and shit, so...
There's
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
That's true. Yeah.
So wait, then that means you don't have to attack me because Rob will do it for you.
Well, I mean that.
Well, I'm
card's pretty
I'm
shitty.
getting rid of that card because it just fucks with everybody, and I don't like it.
No, tell the real reason, Green. The real reason is you really hate neighbors.
There's that.
And beat that inside joke into the ground.
We're all equal right now, pretty much,
Yeah, you will.
in health.
Yeah, it's a pretty
Yeah,
fair game.
Roughly.
Yeah,
I
Rob
mean, we
wants-
have all been like exclusively damaged by Austin.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's true.
it is true.
I wonder
Well,
what
it was
that-
Rob who triggered it, though.
No, it wasn't.
No,
you
that's not
attacked
true.
me.
You attacked with it.
Yeah, well, he's the one who killed it, though.
You decided to block.
You could have not blocked it. You could have not blocked it, and all you would have been saved.
You can't shoot a bullet into a crowd and then like a kid walks in front and gets hit by the bullet and you're like, well, it's the kid. He walked in front of my bullet. It's the kid's
Wait,
fault.
though, you
Oh my god! Look at this
Wow,
thing.
that's really strong.
Christ. Yeah.
Yeah.
This is.
do anything.
Mm.
Wow.
Ah,
Dicks.
Yeah.
dog dicks.
Why specifically?
I don't know about that. Maybe kitten dicks.
Mm.
Austin has some of those.
No.
Yeah, those
Right.
have barbs.
Do they? That's terrifying.
I've heard that
Yeah.
too. It's pretty creepy.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Can you guys stop being afraid of me now?
No.
Why?
Why?
No.
It's got a 5-5 and a 4-4 and a 1-1.
They're
Yeah.
not
That is
flying or
more.
anything.
Adds up to more than me.
They're not flying or anything, did you hear?
I guess.
Y'all come back now. You hear?
Y'all come back now. You hear?
Mm-hmm.
That's not a
Oh,
joke, that's
oh,
just
yeah.
saying what he said
no.
again.
No, let's
No,
not.
I'm not saying because it's scary. I'm saying because it's the card that no one ever gets right ever.
Oh god, wolf time.
Oh no.
It's wolf time, friends.
Don't read cards, guys.
Leave your angry comments
It's not
now.
fair.
Yeah, tell us how this card works for the 4th episode.
Wait. Now I'm really scared. Beginning your upkeep for the 2/2 green.
Your odds are like 1 in 1,000 of figuring out how to use that card properly.
I know how to. I've used this card before.
Oh shit,
This is
are
like
you
one
gonna
of
be
the
the
few-
redeemer?
This is one of the few cards that I actually remember from when I used to play Magic.
Make us proud, man. Somebody's gotta be able to play that card.
Wait, does it give you plus? I don't even fucking know.
It's just +1/+1.
Is it?
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, you just.
Fine.
What's going on?
There. Can we stop being afraid of me now?
Double striking.
Oh
You
shit.
just nuke a creature with the wolves.
You Nuka-Cola.
That's the lot.
Yeah.
But then it never does.
And then they deal damage back to the wolves.
Yeah. Yeah. No. That's what it says. It never works though.
That's not true?
Yeah. No, I mean
It's supposed to be.
yeah.
Or we're all just
Am I
really
wrong?
bad at
Am I
using it.
reading it wrong?
No.
Oh
You're
my
right.
God.
It's just
Huh.
every time someone tries to use it, it fails.
Okay.
Is that deck about trying to make us all lose at the same time?
I don't.
Yeah,
to be.
seems like it.
What is this? Each player loses 3 life. What the fuck is the point
know!
of cards that make everybody lose 3 life for no reason?
Yeah. I think it's just so that you can probably attack with like flying demons that he
It just
has.
makes it shitty against people who have like lifelink and stuff.
Yeah,
Like
basically.
the only reason I see to use cards like that is if you also have good ways to replenish health, so
It
that other
probably
people
does.
don't. Maybe it does. I haven't seen any sign of that. I've just seen him damaging a lot of people.
Yeah.
Well, you know what's gonna happen if you attack me, Nick.
Man. Well, you're tapped out. You don't have death touch.
No, I know, but you're gonna make everyone lose 3 life.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
no, you're gonna make everybody lose 3 lives.
No, he's gonna.
No.
It's going to be.
You can't tell
Are
me
you
that
blaming the victim right now?
You're
and then
playing a card that's gonna
but
deal
now it's
3
still
damage to
my
everybody.
fault.
Of course it's still your fault. Why are you...
It's your gun.
You effectively
you have the gun.
filibustered me out of attacking you, Austin. Good job. I was dragging the card to you, and it stopped me right before I reached your profile picture.
Your pork file picture.
Your pork file.
Is that like a pigs only social network?
I thought it was a dude that likes to have sex with pigs.
Man, I feel
Pork
like I'm
file.
attacking, but I don't fucking...
Yeah, you should attack Austin.
I don't know what to do, guys.
You
I
can
don't know how to
attack
play
Austin.
4-player Magic.
Yeah.
If you attack
kinda
Austin,
hard.
you'll be causing us to lose 3 life, I heard.
Yeah, and then it's
Yeah,
your
exactly.
It's your
It's gonna be
fault.
all my
True.
fault.
Yeah, but then
100%
he
my
won't
fault.
have any more of those cards.
I'm just gonna be pacifistic until I know I can win. But that's never gonna happen, so I'm just gonna lose. Oh wait, no, continue.
They should do one that's a setup like a chain of mines, so like if you have 3 of that other same card, when someone kills one of them, it triggers the other 3 to explode as well, doing 3 more damage to everyone else.
More like 3 more hamage. Am I right?
Yeah, you on the pork file. It's your degree of hamage on the pork file.
It's a fun game.
It's a bun game, more like. Am
Oh,
I right?
got him. What is
Hey, oh,
is that?
there's just that thing.
What's your
Whoa.
favorite kind of
See
biscuit?
that?
Do you have a favorite
What-
kind of biscuit?
The
Uh,
biscuit kind.
the
Bisquick.
lip kind.
The leprechaun.
Yeah.
so wait, what does Bushido do?
Oh, don't even. We don't
Blocks
know.
or becomes blocked. Okay.
So Austin's gonna do 3 damage to everybody. By the
No,
way.
Rob's doing 3 damage.
Thanks, Rob.
Thanks, Rob.
Thanks, Austin.
Yeah, thanks, Austin.
Rob,
Yeah,
He
see.
attacked
Thanks,
me.
Obama.
He knew. He knew.
Those cards are gonna die anyway eventually.
It's true.
I see a 4-way tie eventually happening.
That'd be hilarious.
That would be amazing. Has that ever
It's
happened?
probably an achievement for that, I'd imagine.
I think you probably could do it. Like if you had something that
Oh yeah.
there's that one card that does like 5 damage to everyone on the board or something like that. So if already has 5 health,
Yeah.
you know, it's possible.
Simple burn and deputy.
It's the band of black best
Rob had a stroke.
I'm glad you sang that song
Okay.
for us, Rob.
Yeah. It's a good song.
Zip bop booby Cosby sweater.
Gotta say, so concerned about Nick. I don't
Yeah,
know what to
no,
say about
no, it's still me, guys. Please.
Concerned about Nick. No, I mean I have a motive time, so
Yeah, it's
You know.
killing me. I understand.
Yeah, just killing
yeah,
Austin.
yeah, that's my main thing.
Oh, apparently Nick also wants to kill Austin.
I'm helping.
So gonna
Thank you, Nick. Yeah.
This is gonna
Uh-oh.
blow up. No,
Oh, wait a
he-
second. He has death touch for both
Yeah,
of those.
oh, that's
God
good.
damn it. I
Yeah,
forgot
yeah.
he wasn't tapped out.
Oh, that's butts.
Do it to yourself. I'm still dead, but you know,
Yeah, that's true.
at least I took my rage out and anger on those 2 creatures.
So, Green,
Titties.
you could take him down to 1 health and give me the pleasure of destroying him, and then you guys can do whatever you want to me.
Green, bring me down to 3 health. I have a specific reason for it.
No,
He's
Oh,
trying to
I
kill
see
2
what
of us at the same
No,
time.
that's a bad idea.
No, I'm gonna
Yeah.
I'm gonna kill myself. I have a card that'll deal 3 damage to me. So bring me
Uh-huh.
down to 3 health.
Likely
just bring him
story.
down to 1 health and let me take him out. Let me do it,
Let me
Green.
take my own.
I'll-
so Rob
I'll love you forever if you do it.
Take the shot.
Take the shot, Green. Take him down to 1
I don't want
health.
to tap myself out either.
No, you just have to
Yeah,
do
don't worry
3.
about it. Oh.
Use 3 creatures. That's all it is. You
I
don't,
feel
you
like
don't
something
even tap
bad's
yourself
gonna
all the way
happen
up.
to me.
Green, you
Yeah,
gotta
I
prove
guess
you're not a
it's
crow.
I only do 1 damage, so that's why.
Are you Craven?
Whatever. Okay, if you guys want me to do it too, then I'll fucking do
Yeah.
it. Just don't
Yeah.
take advantage of me.
Why do you gotta let Rob do it? Why do you gotta let him win?
I'm not gonna win. I'm gonna lose this game. I
No,
don't
you're
care.
winning. This is you winning.
Well, I mean, I win against you, and
Yes, you're like it's like we're playing Town of Salem and you're the executioner.
Yep.
yeah.
You didn't place. You don't get to stand on the pedestal at the end of the game with us. Celebrate our various medals.
Oh, okay. I see.
How come they don't give us medals in this game? That would make it so much more exciting.
Yeah, instead it just
That'd
tells
be
you how
nice, yeah.
bad you lost at the end of the game. You lost.
Yeah, I'm more
You
concerned about who
defeated.
won.
That's some paragraphs right there. Never return that card to about what? Wow,
Hi, Austin.
It's a samurai.
that's a really cool card.
Yeah, it's pretty good. But then I think it also exiles them, right? Like, it's put in the graveyard from the battle, exiled, equipped. Oh, I see. So it's like a double-edged sword, because like if you can destroy the Oathkeeper Takeno's Daisho,
The
then
Oathkeeper.
then you can kill the Araba Moth Rider.
More like
Moth Rider. Yeah. So I just want to say #SuckItAustin.
Is it a hashtag?
You guys enjoy yourself. Yep, it's a hashtag.
It's been said.
It's a hashtag.
Yeah. Oh, and my grudge is complete. It feels good.
It sounded like you said my crotch is complete.
Well, I'll be
don't
honest. I
Get
did.
rid of my wolves. Aw.
Crotch complete.
Joke's on you though. I was gonna make everyone take 3 damage again.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
I-
I'm not
I
surprised
know.
by that. Yeah. fuck you.
what else could you possibly be talking about?
Yeah, I was gonna. If Green was considering that, I was gonna tell you to read us the name and the description of the card. So you'd have to make some shit up.
No, I did actually have a card that would only deal damage to myself and draw cards.
Oh, really? But it did
Yeah.
3 damage?
Yeah, it was like 5 mana though. It's like you draw 3 cards, but you take 3 damage.
Oh, okay.
Hmm.
I don't understand this Mere Sire thing. It's like when it dies, it puts another 1/1 token out, but like it's just like Undying, but stupider.
Yeah,
Like
basically.
a worse Undying.
Just like it just didn't
Primeval
die.
Buddy.
Oh boy.
That would have been great like 3 turns ago.
Yeah.
Oh.
I didn't have the forest for it.
It's still pretty good though, right now. Because like
yeah.
I don't know, does that combo with the wolves being spawned?
Yes.
I don't have the wolves anymore.
I exiled the
you
wolves.
lost your Wolfman. Oh.
Yeah, that
was
man, you
rude.
kill one of those, and then the other one's gonna be the last one. Nobody? Okay, I'll leave.
Oh.
No, sorry, I'm card.
I
I'm
didn't.
It's the
sorry,
second joke
I'm
now in 2
Rickard.
Magic episodes that I've made, and then everyone's just been like, nah.
Sometimes the Skype cuts out in the middle of you saying stuff too,
Oh,
and that's always
Yeah.
sad. It's like the Skype of Skypes.
it is.
It's like
The Skype of Skypes.
Is that double strike?
No, it's
no.
Bushido.
I thought Bushido was butthole.
Shido.
I thought it said
Bush-
flying butthole 1.
Flying.
It's got the flying butthole ability.
It's
very
the
dangerous.
Fly in the butthole and the fly in the butthole.
It's the fly in the butthole. It's
Yeah.
terrible.
You
I
can
can't-
fly right in there.
I can't abide.
The dude can't abide. Yeah, all right, that's fair.
Well,
What did you do to it?
Dispatched it.
Yeah, I basically just put it to pasture for a while.
Oh, you this poor. He just wanted to live in this country. As
He
a,
may not.
As a man.
He was
Yeah.
deported. I asked for his
Yeah.
papers, please, and all he gave me was a stick of chewing gum. So I was like, fuck you.
Yeah, out of here.
Sad. Poor man. Oh snap!
Primeval Bounty, man. Shit's intense.
Yeah. Ugh. Oh god. That whole deck is like centered around it, but I feel like that deck should have.
Oh, shit,
a
Paul
card that lets
Oakenfeld.
You draw it.
Oh, Oakenfeld. Oh,
Cold.
Jesus.
Okay.
Oh, that's summoning. What have I done? I cast it on the wrong one. I meant to cast it on the other one.
What have you done?
Oh no! Wait, why does it have
well,
so much damage?
Shit, 9-8
Primeval
trail.
Bounty, man.
Did some
Shit's-
things on it.
shit's
Oh
real.
right, Primeval Bounty. I forgot
Yeah.
it does that. God, that card is so good.
Card's great.
Yeah.
We're in trouble.
We're in trouble.
Really wish I didn't kill my 2 creatures before.
Wish you didn't kill me.
And cast that spell on the right creature.
Mm-hmm.
Whoever kills the first person usually loses. I don't know why it is that way.
Whoever
you
kills the Durst person
commit
usually
resources.
loses as well. Yeah. Well, yeah. It depends because like if it's like an ohms race, then it doesn't necessarily end that way. But like
Right.
a lot of times it'll just be like dominoes essentially. It's like one guy goes down.
The first that's vulnerable, yeah.
Yeah, basically.
What is that?
Yeah.
Casting a land? Oh, gain 3 life. That's pretty sweet. I didn't even know about that part.
Oh no.
Oh boy.
Oh no.
Oh goddamn! You got the kitty cat in.
Oh man.
That does a lot of damage.
That's a scare. Wow.
I didn't doubt that was coming for me.
Yeah, you're kind of a scary dude right now. I apologize.
Mm.
It's okay. Do I
This
have
might be
enough to
overkill.
kill any of these?
I mean, you can kill him, but
You should probably just use everything to block that 19 damage.
Right.
But it
Or
has
at least
trample
enough
though.
to...
6,
It has trample,
yeah,
so it
but-
might not be a good idea to do that.
Well, but he could still, like,
10.
potentially kill it.
12, 14.
Maybe.
Wait, 12.
Or at least...
No, I still can't kill it either.
Yeah, but you could stop the damage. You could stay alive for a turn. I don't know what you get,
I
but...
have nothing in my hand, so staying alive is like. What is
I
that
don't
going
know,
to give
maybe
me?
you got
One
another
turn?
land.
and
everything.
play
you
it.
can draw the land. Yeah, man.
You could draw a kill everything card or something.
Oh yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Heard only losers play that deck, though.
Oh.
I'm calling you a
Is
loser.
that enough damage mitigation?
I don't think so.
Yeah.
I just wanted to kill a bunch of his creatures to make your life a little easier.
Oh, okay. Well, thank you.
Hmm.
I also ran out of time. I was still working on my blockers. It's really a dick move that they give you such a short timer to work out the blockers, especially when the UI is so unintuitive.
I
Yeah.
wish we could turn that off.
Oh, wait a second.
Like we could just trust each other to
Yeah.
not
Yeah.
waste.
Yeah, I
Fine.
know. Yeah.
You can do it, Rob.
I
Wait, sorry, I'm supposed to hate you. Fuck you, Rob.
Now that the
Well-
kitty cat is gone, it's a little less daunting, but it's still pretty bad.
Oh, I got a key cat right
Oh,
here, though.
man. You know, I think I can get like really close, but I don't think I.
You're edging.
Yeah, I'm basically edging. Yeah.
Well, it's your
Okay,
best shot,
fine.
so. Oathkeeper.
Yeah. All right. Fine.
3 land remaining. I'm gonna make this like unintentionally.
Okay, so hang on. Bushido gives you what?
When it's only when you block though.
Oh, more info.
Yeah.
Right. But he's gonna block me.
Oh! Oh man! It worked.
Wait,
I did
Did
have
you
enough.
trust in the heart of the cards?
I did. I thought that my math was wrong, but my math was right. I win.
no, you don't. He has
You win?
blockers.
No, he doesn't. They can't block any. They can block only flying.
No way.
Yeah.
No way.
Oh.
Holy shit!
I didn't know those could only block flying.
That
Fuck.
turnaround, though.
God damn it!
Holy butts.
I
Glorious.
should have attacked with those then.
Yeah.
Fuck! I thought
Yeah,
they were
no,
just
yeah, you
better
should've.
blockers, but they actually aren't blockers.
No, yeah, they only block
Okay.
flying.
I
This
can
is why I don't
say,
play Magic.
in good conscience, that was a pretty good game.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
was awesome.
That was a good
Well
one.
played,
Well, except
Rob.
for Austin, I feel.
Yeah, fuck you,
feel-
Austin.
I feel a little bad, but
Glad
not
we-
really. I still-
Well, no, like, did you see the deck he was using? That's the
That's
kind
true.
of deck that just pisses everybody off and makes.
Yeah,
them-
that's true. Yeah,
Adam did that.
We all random, so we can't really hold him responsible.
sure, but
I do. I
Okay.
completely hold Austin.
I hold him-
responsible.
yeah,
Yeah.
I kind
Well, Robin
100%.
Green can hold him responsible.
it's very possible.
Oh, viewers. Yeah, I actually thought I didn't have enough damage, but I did in the end, surprisingly. So.
What changed? You just counted again?
Well, no, I like I had a choice between two things. Like I had a lightning helix that could have done 3 damage to him and given me 3 life. So I thought that
Right.
I needed to use that plus the double strike. And I had like 1 less land than I needed to use that, but I just didn't because he had 16 health. Because Austin did 3 damage to everybody earlier in the game.
So look who actually helped you win in the end.
I know your death helped me survive. So
They
the grudge
stand
was
on the
worth it.
shoulders of
Bye.
giants.
Yeah.
Really, just
Yeah.
me not reading my cards made me lose.
Yeah, it happens a lot in Magic. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Like
Ah,
people,
well.
none of us are pros, so you know
But
I
feel
don't
free
even
to leave
commenters
comments on
are.
the
The
mistakes we made.
commenters are pros.
that's
That's
true.
true.
Yeah, yeah. I'm glad that I used the right card combination because if I hadn't, then man, they would have been real angry.
You're probably angry for the first minute you were deciding it. Just
Yeah.
they might have already commented. Who knows?
Yeah, that's true.
They won't go back and edit it, It's just the way it is. They're gonna leave it up in negative.
It would be funny if we edited these videos so that they made us seem really smart. You just cut in moments with different cards and just
How does that
use
work?
Different snippets. Well, we'd have to use different snippets of everyone's words and then meld them together in order for them to say things like, "I am a big butt."
That makes us
Hey,
sound
you
very
That would make
smart.
us look smart.
Yeah, well, that would make the person winning look smart. And then you just have to cut in the cards that
I'm
would
not
work.
following.
And then you win.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Basically, just watch out for the next Magic episode because it might be amazing, and I might look like a super smart guy. I don't know.
So there's
But,
your out. If Rob ever does anything extremely smart for real, you can just say it was all in the editing.
Yeah, it was
exactly. Yeah.
So Rob
It's
just said the word
movie magic.
smart. I'm sure he said the words I'm and not. So basically, you guys need to go and edit that.
That's
And
true.
I'm
yeah.
not smart.
Yeah.
Wow, you said that in a full sentence though. So now I could just use that.
Oh yeah, no, I
Yeah.
just do that. You've pretty much gotten it there.
Yeah, that's a good one.
I look forward to your future Frankenstein abortion of a Magic episode edited together. It's gonna be a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Abortion.
Hey, people on YouTube, it's been already a week now that you've seen the last episode of Game of Thrones. Was it really awesome? We're recording it the day before. So, I don't know. Maybe it was great.
What?
I'm trying to think if that's actually true. I don't think it is.
Yeah, it's Friday.
This is
right now-
Fridays. The next one that's coming up on Monday or Sunday is the second to last. There's
Yeah.
one more
No,
episode.
he's talking about the previous episode.
He's
of
talking
Game-
about
Yeah, I'm
this
talking-
tomorrow.
Just talking about the episode
Oh,
that's
I
coming
thought you
out
meant
tomorrow
the
was
last
good.
one.
Oh.
Yeah.
No, not necessarily.
Because that's the
Yeah.
one I'm looking forward to.
Yeah, I mean, that'll be cool. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm kind of not, because there's only 10 episodes in a season, and it's kind of shitty, because I wish there were more, but, you know.
Yeah, but
I
they
kind of wish that day would never come.
they pump so
Yeah.
much money into that. How much can they really expect to just
That's
keep
the
pumping money in?
thing, yeah. I mean, it's got a $100+ million budget, which is kind of insane, because that's the same budget for a theatrical release of a
Sure.
film. But it's fun but they make that back and a lot.
Oh yeah,
more.
they're just like, hey, let's fuck it. Let's just hire a fucking army. There you go.
Yeah.
I gotta imagine
Do
the
that.
Game of Thrones IP is fucking massive now.
It's actually just the other day I saw this on Reddit. It is the best-selling or most viewed HBO show of all time.
That
and
doesn't
that's-
surprise me at all.
Yeah, what's also crazy about that too that you have to keep in mind is those are just Nielsen ratings, right? So that's people with Nielsen boxes that
Yeah.
track
Sure.
the viewership. You also have to keep in mind that Game of Thrones is the most pirated television show of all time as well. So
Right.
it's double those numbers. So yeah, I mean, Game
So
of Thrones
HBO,
is
get your
really
shit
fucking
together.
popular.
You could have double the viewers, according to Rob.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
if
mean,
you just stop making it impossible to view it without pirating,
Yep.
mhm.
that'd be awesome.
Here's what'll happen. You'll probably have 60 to 75% as much money per viewer, sure, but you'll get twice the amount of viewership. So why would that not?
Is there-
It's more money.
Is
What?
there the possibility though that HBO could still be under contract with cable companies to where they can't do that?
Maybe.
They have enough money that they
possibility,
could probably buy
but-
their way around it.
Yeah, right.
And you know what? No, because they were able to put some of their shows on Amazon Prime. Remember?
Yeah.
They have The Godfather, they have select seasons of True Blood and stuff like that. So it's just them wanting to get.
I don't
all
know.
the
I'm
money
just trying to
instead
bring
of
this
just
back
money.
down to freaking cable companies again because
Yeah.
fuck them.
I agree.
They're pretty
still
bad
fuck them,
people.
basically, yeah.
I think it's just the
Basically still
the
fuck them.
Nintendo conundrum that they think they're better than everyone because their show's so successful, so they can just make the rules because that's how it works for them.
Yeah.
And it's working. They're
Yeah.
getting a ton of money. They're just not thinking
could add more.
about how they can make more.
And they could get so much more money.
And
so
goodwill,
much more money.
Which is, I think,
Yeah.
a more important resource than the money itself. The goodwill is where the long-term money comes from.
Well, I
Yeah.
think they're in the same boat again, like you said, like Nintendo, where it's no amount of goodwill is really going to make them sell more at this point. You know, like, because like I think if they did if like EA or Activision does a lot of goodwill, then they probably will sell more because people might go back to companies that they maybe have boycotted. But everybody knows HBO is really good, and everybody knows that they really love Mario and Zelda. So like, even if Nintendo didn't fuck people over, they probably wouldn't, you know, get more people into Mario and Zelda. So
I think
don't
they
know.
would if they would start just subcontracting their IPs and let there be like a 360 version of the new Zelda game. I think that would go
they'd
fucking
sell so much
bonkers.
So cool. Yeah, they would sell so well if they did that.
Yeah.
But they would get. But again, I guess it's like the HBO situation where they would get like
They don't have to.
60% of. Yeah, they don't have to, and they would get 60% per customer,
I know.
like instead of 100%
They don't wanna
of
dilute
less
it.
customers, which is, you know, whatever. I guess they could at least put it on the PC. That would be nice.
Can you imagine how cool
Yeah.
it would be to play a Zelda game with a real controller? Oh my god, I forgot what that feels like at this point.
I- really
know,
good.
It's been years. It's been years.
All I have
Yeah,
is
actually-
emulators anymore.
The surprise, the thing here is that since this episode is going up on Friday, that means E3 is going to be over.
Oh, shit.
Oh my god.
Oh right.
Did Nintendo announce a new Zelda in
They-
in the past few days?
Here's my.
They did actually, yeah, I saw the leak.
Here's
Frog
my
Fractions
guess.
2 get announced?
Really?
It's got a name
Here's
too,
my
actually.
guess. This is what Nintendo is making. Donkey Kong Country Returns 3, New Super Mario Brothers Wii U 7 DX.
They already
5
announced that.
million. Did they really? Well, so that one, and then you know, Hyrule Warriors is gonna have online voice chat or something. That's it.
So perfect.
That's Nintendo. That's
They're
Nintendo.
finally adding
No
voice
multiplayer.
chat to one game.
It's not
Yeah.
gonna have online multiplayer, it's just the voice chat.
I think
Yeah, just
Monster
us.
Hunter was the first one to have voice chat, but I think it's also maybe the only one. Am I correct in saying that?
Man,
I don't
wanna
know. I
play
have no
this.
idea.
Like Dracula's Monster Hunter.
I've
Dracula's
heard those good.
Monster.
Heyo. I never played Monster Hunter. I've
Me
heard
neither.
they were good though.
They're
I
like
mean,
Dark
the
Souls,
combat
Rob,
system
because
is-
they're like Dark
Yeah.
Souls. They're like Dark Souls. If you like
Wait,
Dark Souls,
wait,
you might
wait.
enjoy them.
Those ones specifically,
Wait.
though. Those
Wait.
ones specifically. The Souls games combat system supposedly based
Wait.
on Monster Hunter.
Wait, are you saying that they're like Dark Souls?
They're very much like Dark Souls. You should investigate them
Yeah.
if you are a fan
Wow.
of Dark Souls.
Yeah. Hey, who doesn't care about WildStar?
Me!
don't.
What even is that game?
I don't.
It's an
It's a-
MMO.
a
Cartoony looking MMO.
MMO.
You live in a rocket ship, right?
Yeah, a rocket house.
Rocket house.
Very different. Yeah.
You guys, how many Watchdog ads have you guys watched?
Yeah. I still
Except-
haven't played that game. Still
Me
seems
neither.
pretty good.
I played it a
Alright.
I
lot.
remember you were so hyped about it, Rob.
I was, and then they came out with like a month before the game came out. They were like, "Hey, remember all that really awesome next-gen graphics stuff that we said that we were gonna do? We were just fucking with you. That's not in. It looks like it
Yeah.
was made in 2006." And it's like,
It really
all
does.
right,
Yeah.
great.
Also, it's
Sure.
incredibly poorly optimized, so even if you have a cutting-edge computer, you'll still get about 45 frames per second on it.
Yeah, yeah, and like anything else, it's like, yeah, there's all this cool emergent gameplay where you can learn what people do and then decide on how to treat their lives and stuff, and you know, blah, all those emergent shit. And it's like, not really. Like that's again, it's just
Yeah.
a gimmick.
You
that
use a
kinda-
profiler, and it tells you 2 bits of information about NPCs, and you can't interact with them in any way, but you can press X to hack things.
Mm,
There you go.
That's good. Yeah.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
knew that was going to be the case as soon as they put out the first thing. I was like, okay, this is not going to be as
No.
cool. as
I
it looks.
did
It never
too.
is.
I did too.
Yeah.
I knew that in my heart, but I hoped that like, you know, maybe next gen really is next gen this time. Maybe they actually plan.
Maybe
They
next
actually-
gen really is next gen this time.
It's
true, like-
the same thing
like
happened last time.
Well, like
Yeah.
Xbox 360, PS3, that was really cool. Like the graphics were really good at the time when they had come out. Like
Oh, Perfect Dark Zero with the jelly coverings on everything looks so good.
Mm. PS3 actually did like graphically it looked really good, like that really shitty dragon game that
Lair.
launched with the PS3. Yeah.
Where you had to use the DualShock to control the dragon, and it controlled like shit
Mhm.
until they patched it so you could use the analog
With
sticks. That, was
like,
next
wore
gen
off,
as fuck.
like, that wore off
Yeah.
in like a week.
That
Yeah.
wore off the second I saw
Well,
it.
The thing is, though, like with like the PS3 and Xbox 360, maybe not the Xbox 360 as much, but the PS3 graphically looked like when they were showing stuff, it's like, oh, that is actually far and above what we have on any other place. But like with the Xbox One and the PS4, it's like, oh, so you're getting graphics that look like the PC games that I've been playing for the past 3 years.
And they're not
We're
even
reaching
still,
that
they're still
ceiling
shittier.
Yeah, they're still kind of shittier.
they're not as good as
like,
PC yet.
yeah, and it's like, oh.
They run at 29 frames per second at 900 resolution. Like, with graphics that look like they're 5 years old. Okay, great. That's really cool. I don't want to pay $400 for that. I have a computer.
And the sad thing is, like Mario Kart 8 just came out in the Wii U, and that looks so fucking good. Like, it's designed so well. It's not trying to be all realistic. You know, it's just like, all right, this is 1080. It's Mario, and it looks unbelievably fantastic.
The game
definitely to that point where good art trumps good like graphic fidelity. At this point,
I mean, I think it really did always kind of like, you can even look back at like, and I still think Ocarina of Time looks good. I actually do, but you can see that did not hold up nearly as well as Wind Waker, and Wind Waker is an inferior game, like mechanically, but it still looks like 100 times better.
Yeah, it still looks good right now. Like if somebody put that out right now, it would still be like, oh, cool.
Yeah,
you know, maybe buff the resolution a little bit.
Nintendo did $60. That's it. I was gonna buy that. I was gonna buy Wind Waker HT, and I was like, oh, okay, you know what? I'll just go on the Wii, because like I don't have anything else to play on the Wii U because there's no games. So I look on my Wii U. It's like, okay, let's get Wind Waker HT. How much could that be? $20? You know, $30 maybe. $60. Oh, so the Wind Waker game that I played 10 fucking years ago in HD
that only cost $40.
Yeah,
at the time.
Right, exactly. And they didn't fix any of the problems with the game, like the lack of dungeons at the end because the game wasn't finished. Oh, and like literally they added HDR. They apparently they changed some stuff around. Like they made the final fetch quest not as shitty, but it's still shitty because it's a fetch quest. And then, but also it's just like, yeah, HD graphics. That's great. I can do that on my Dolphin emulator as well. You know, like I can do the same thing. It's still HD. I don't have HDR lighting. Ooh, HDR lighting, but I don't have to pay fucking $60 for a game I already bought.
Hoping, like, I think it was 2 years ago, or it might have been 3 years ago, when, you know, Nintendo quote unquote won E3. Like, when they basically announced like 7 of their original IPs for new games, and it was like, oh yeah, the hype. I really want that again, but I also want it to like be real, because it wasn't even that.
Yeah. They stopped caring about E3. They haven't even gone to one in the last 2 years, if I remember correctly.
But they still do their E3
Nintendo Connect
Nintendo
thing.
Direct.
Yeah. We'll see what they do. I mean, it's kind of sad that like the most exciting. I mean, besides Mario Kart 8, because that does legitimately look really cool, right? I totally get
it's super fun.
That looks legitimately like really cool. I really want to play that. That looks good. New Super Smash Bros. Looks really cool too. Like I'd play that. But beyond that, it's kind of shitty and kind of a little bit sad that the biggest news stories and the biggest releases for the Wii U, so like, or the things that people were most hyped for over the past couple of years for the Wii U, were Wind Waker HD, which is a game that came out 10 years ago, and now GameCube controllers are going to work for the Wii U again. So it's like 15 years ago. Yeah, it's just like, hey, remember the GameCube? That was great, right? Let's just pretend this is the GameCube now.
Think about what that says about the culture behind the whole world of Nintendo right now. So the things that we're most excited about are the things that push us the furthest away from talking about the Wii itself.
Yeah,
right?
Yeah, exactly.
In general. And also I did see...
just take us back to when Nintendo was a good company.
Yes.
Exciting stuff.
I did see a list of what I believe to be the E3 list of like what they're going to talk about, and on that list, and maybe it was not true, but there was a Zelda game on that list, and there was also 2 remakes. I don't know what the title was.
I think I saw the same thing you were talking about.
Yeah, it was on Reddit, but it also had remakes of 2 GameCube games on it, including Wave Race. So maybe they're going to charge $60 for more GameCube games, because that probably worked really well.
Well, Wave Race was a launch title, right, for GameCube?
Yeah, it was.
That was boxed in, if I remember correctly.
Dude, Luigi's Mansion was a launch title for GameCube.
I don't think it was.
That game's amazing.
Yeah, it was really good.
I never played Luigi's Mansion 2. Is that any good?
I heard it was
DS,
good,
wasn't it?
but it's on the DS, so I was pissed off.
I think Luigi's Mansion was cool because it was like, oh, wait, Nintendo's making a new game again? Like a new
it was really its own
series?
thing. It was its own
Yeah.
game.
Yeah.
I mean, the last time they made a new IP was what? Like Pikmin? I mean, I'm not counting Nintendogs because fuck that. But like, and like the Wii Sports and all that stuff. But like Pikmin, that was fucking beautiful. That game, like it was.
Yeah,
that
Pikmin
was something
incredible.
that you like love about Nintendo is that they'll just be like, oh, everybody's getting like high fidelity bullet physics. That's cool. We're gonna make a game where you pick up carrot people out of the ground and throw them at giant monsters because it might be fun.
We're gonna
And
make
it
an
is.
RTS that you can play easily with the controller. How about that?
Yeah, basically, yeah. And that was cool. I would love to see a
Trying to
new
think
IP
of,
from them.
like,
They had plenty of other IPs. They just don't count because they're not for our, world. The
Right.
We Play, We Music, all of that shit. Tomodachi Life, apparently now recently. That is a Nintendo game,
Yeah.
right? I think
I
that's
would count Wii
so, yeah.
Sports as like Wii Sports. You gotta give it credit for what it did for like the Wii. Like
It
when
was
everyone
fun,
bought a
I
Wii,
guess, yeah.
they played Wii Sports.
But it
and
could have
was
just
really
as
fun.
easily been anyone that made that. It doesn't feel like anything
Yeah.
that only Nintendo
Yeah,
could have
but
done.
I'm giving it
Yeah.
credit for like a different reason though. Like it
Sure.
kind of was its own success. In a way.
Also, yeah, but also like Wii Sports, like yeah, I had fun playing Wii Sports. I'm not gonna lie, but I probably also have fun playing checkers at home with friends as
Sure.
well, and that kind of is what it felt like. Like it felt like a toy, you
Yeah.
know, and it kind of was. It was kind of just.
It didn't
a toy.
need to
It
be a
wasn't really
Nintendo hardware system that made that experience possible. It could have been anything that you could buy at Toys R Us.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, exactly. It really could have been like one of those fakey systems that come with like Snake
Yeah.
or Backgammon
The
on it or
Mattel
something.
Yeah.
gameplay station.
Mm-hmm. Like it was pretty and it was nice and that's cool, but it's still. I just want Nintendo back, man. That's all I want.
You can't
yeah,
have
you
it.
don't even have to make new IPs. Just make the good ones.
I know. Yeah, like apparently someone told me again, like in the rumored list of Nintendo games that they're gonna announce, which I still, the way that I'm looking at it is, I'm not, and maybe like now since you're watching this on Friday, I'm totally fucking wrong, and I so hope so, but I'm not gonna get excited for Nintendo bringing back Star Fox like it's supposed to be rumored, until I see it. Because for like right now, what it looks like is they're probably gonna announce like the new GameCube controller. They're just gonna announce it officially in their thing, and then like Donkey Kong Country Returns 3, Bongo Blast Baja Free Zone, and like and then it's like that, and it's like all right, whatever.
Yeah,
sure.
The
brought
return
up,
of the vitality sensor.
I brought up this leak of Nintendo's showroom games, and
Oh, you found it.
yeah, we have Bayonetta 2, which should be really.
We already
good.
knew that was
Yeah.
coming out 2 years ago.
Yeah.
Yep.
There's Hyrule Warriors. There's The Legend of Zelda: Unbound King.
Yeah, Unbound King, that's the title.
Really hope that that's gonna be
The Dark
cool-
Souls 2 DLC.
No, that's gonna be a Zelda Tetris crossover.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Mario Party 10, Nintendo U. Don't know what that is. Pokemon Fighter Tournament.
What?
Pushimo World, Shin Megami Tensei X Fire Emblem.
Yeah, that confuses the shit out of me, by the way. I saw that
Yeah.
too. I don't
Yeah.
understand where they're going to take that whole thing, but I can't comment on it since I haven't seen it.
Super Smash Bros. For Wii U, and then Wii U HD Collection, Wave Race Blue Storm HD, and Super Mario Sunshine HD. And then X Saga and Yarn Yoshi.
Hmm.
I think they're going to
Oh,
go
yeah.
all in on a remake of Mario Sunshine.
Yeah.
They're just gonna take
I play
every
remake of.
single like good selling game on the GameCube and make an HD version and sell it
Yeah.
for $60.
I
Sell it
would
for
play.
$60
That's gonna be the Wii U library.
Yes.
I felt like
Yeah.
when I played Sunshine the first time, I didn't really get a good experience out of it. Cause I don't know why. I remember not playing it as much as I should have. So I kind of want to play it again because I didn't really play it all the way through.
It was.
I thought it was pretty good.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
it's underrated. I think people didn't like it
You
at
know-
the time. It is really cool platforming game with the way it was designed.
It
Yeah.
was pretty hardcore, actually. I remember it being very difficult. But I
Yeah.
think
It
a
was
game that
hard,
really needed more ports, they should really do a remake of Resident Evil 4 for the Wii U.
Yeah, oh yeah.
They really should.
Definitely.
With the
You know what's
Ada
sad is
Wong
that would
Chronicles
sell
as
so
well.
hard.
Yeah.
Have they come out with any more Resident Evil games since the really trashy one that people burned their discs for?
There were two really trashy ones,
There
right?
was-
Like 5 and 6.
Are there?
5 and 6, and then there was the one on the ship, which was evidently kind of good. And there was one more, the one that was like primarily a shooter, like an action game more.
Yeah.
Okay, that's
Oh,
all
right.
of them now,
Oh,
but
yeah,
you know what I
that
mean.
was
There's
bad, yeah.
So no,
Yeah. Yeah, we'll just pretend that they didn't happen.
But they're gonna
Basically.
announce Resident Evil 7, and everyone's gonna go, "Oh shit, is this the one? Is this the one that rekindles our love of
That's
Resident Evil, like Resident Evil 4?"
That's like the Sonic cycle.
Whoa!
Which, for me, again, like for me, it's like, oh, you know, a new Sonic game. Maybe it'll be as good as those old ones that I also didn't really like that much personally. I granted, you know, a lot of people like the original Sonics, and I mean, like, they're not. I will not say they're bad games. They're just not my cup of tea, really. But you know,
Leave Sonic alone.
Every time a new Sonic game comes out, I secretly really want it to do well.
Right, and then they show him like wrapped in scarves and shit, and then you're
I'm gonna
like, "Well,
ignore that.
fuck you again."
They're hyping it up like they're like, this is gonna be a new way to play Sonic. It's gonna be different. I'm gonna give you credit.
want a
I'm
new
I'm
way
gonna
to
wait
play
to see
Sonic.
some gameplay, and then we'll see. But I really kind of want it to be good. Hopefully, maybe, probably not, but definitely not.
I haven't liked Sonic at all since it stopped being a 2D platformer.
Same.
Adventure 2 was that's the only Sonic game I've played was Adventure 2.
Oh, really?
I loved it. I was a kid when I played it though, and it's a kid's game. It really is.
Yeah, I wasn't a big fan of the Sonic Adventures at all.
They've
I
tried
really-
every
Adventure 2 was
market out, by the way, for Sonic. Like, they really weren't sure who was playing Sonic games, and they've just tried to hit every demographic.
they really have.
Let's make it
got
like
so weird.
let's make it a weird romance story with a hot human chick.
It's the most awkward shit ever.
yeah, it's
Yeah.
God, we don't
That
talk
was
about
weird.
Sonic 06. That
Oh, I talk about Sonic 06. I like
we don't
that game
talk
a lot.
about Sonic 06.
It's so funny.
Well, you know what's weird is that like even in the original Sonic games, it kind of was like you played the casino level, right? And that kind of seemed like okay, he was kind of in a human world, but they didn't show any humans or anything, right? But then like they took it into that
Eggman.
weird place where it was like Sonic is like this weirdly unknown superhero that nobody knows about, but he totally lives alongside humans with like 5 other creatures, and all the humans are kind of cool with that. And
Yeah, they
then
don't
there's
care at
also
all.
superpowers. Yeah, they're like, oh yeah, whatever, fuck it. It's just
It's the
some
hedgehog
weird,
guy.
crazy shit, and the humanity has gone on as well. And it's like, and then they'll see this random guy who's not even really famous in the world because people aren't just like, oh my god, it's Sonic, he's gonna save us again. They'll just be like, oh, all right. And then just keep walking around with their day, and it's like, what kind of weird universe have you created? I don't
Yeah, it's
understand
Really
it.
weird. It is weird because like in Adventure 2, there's like 2 cutscenes with people in them. Like the whole time you're running around doing stuff, and there's one where you have to like catch up with the president and tell him stuff. I forget. It's been a long time.
Have you also noticed
the
that
president, yeah.
the story of the game is the most malleable thing ever? From every single game,
Yeah.
basically, it's been a completely different universe to some extent.
The
yeah.
ending of the game was really cool, but also like they saved the world in the end. The one of the last scenes is a bunch of people watching this thing that's about to kill the whole world come down, and they're all scared and everything. And then you save it, and it's like,
It's like, is this a game for little kids, or is this Dragon Ball Z, or is this fucking
Yeah.
for teenagers? What are we doing with Sonic?
It's so weird.
The game was
The whole
really fun,
thing-
though. I'm gonna say that the game itself was fun.
The whole thing with making Sonic friends with humans is just so weird because the whole canon of Sonic in like the Genesis era when it was still a 2D game was like there was only one human you actually saw really, and that was Robotnik.
Yeah,
Right.
Yeah.
and he was a
And-
cartoon character.
And he was a weird cartoon character that kind of like symbolized human expansionism and everything. And then every other character was an animal, and that was the whole thing. Was these anthropomorphic animals fighting against like
The humans,
humans
it's like
making
Captain Planet or
like
something.
getting rid of their forests and shit. And then suddenly it just turns into like, oh yeah, Sonic's a dude. He hangs out with humans. He's got a love interest who's also a human. It's like
He's got
and
attitude. He goes fast. Don't
it's
forget
never
those.
really explained. The fuck do these humans think of this guy, and what does he think of them? It's so weird.
And also, they live in a completely like regular world beyond that.
Yeah,
Like
yeah,
they're
it's
just like
so-
small swaths of land that have natural forming loop-de-loops, and then also just like regular cities. Like that's it. Like that's it. Like what kind of fucking world is that? I don't even.
And
Sonic
that stuff is
weird.
okay as long as the story is supposed to be really silly. But as soon as you try to make it even somewhat serious, you've got to be like, okay,
Oh god.
wait a minute.
I want the
What is
Sonic
this
MMO where I can explore these cities in real time in a persistent universe, and you can see what the point of those loop-de-loops are and play as a human or a hedgehog.
There's a highway level. It's a highway in Sonic Adventure 2, and there's those loop-de-loops. There's boosts and loop-de-loops on this highway. There's like giant gaps in it. It's
Like, what could the regular guy just commuting to work see that and be like, oh, what? Who the fuck is constructing?
It's like a Dr. Seuss thing.
Here? And then but they're completely fine with that world. And then they see like this black and red hedgehog just shooting guns and turning into a werewolf for some reason. Which, hold on a second, that's another one that's weird. It's like it's an animal that is already anthropomorphic, doesn't even look like a hedgehog, turning into another animal. What is going on?
Because we see the default of those animals as human beings. Right? We sympathize with them because we think that their normal form is that they're just people. But then they can turn into other things, which are animals.
What if the whole story of Sonic is this really strange, like, other world, like they're all actually just humans, but they're all, like, mentally, like, they can't handle anything,
man,
and it comes out as this weird mess.
Oh, yeah, there's a whole, like, furry subculture thing in there. What's up with the TVs with the power-ups, too? Why are they coming in TVs? Does anyone know?
Yeah, that is pretty weird, yeah.
That is weird.
Yeah. And that one, like, that's something that happens in, like, in Mario as well, where it's just, like, random one-up blocks or something just scattered around the world, like, oh, yeah, that's kind of crazy. But the rest of the world is ridiculous, right? It's not based in, like, it's based entirely in fantasy, where Sonic is trying to, like, set the world in reality, yet still have this weird, ridiculous shit, and it's weird. It's like an Uncanny Valley type of thing, almost, you know?
Well, it started out as like an artistic license that they wanted to make a surreal thing, and then it just went off the rails.
It went all way off the rails, like the rails.
I get it, yes, because he rides on the rails.
Rides on rails, riding on cars. But I completely forgot what I was gonna say, so I'm just gonna stop talking. I wanted to point out, though, I guess if we're done talking about Sonic, though, is that there's another game that I missed on here that was on the 3DS section, Star Fox 3DS.
Oh, that's where the Star Fox was announced on the 3DS. Well. Whatever, I guess.
Yeah, thing still prints money.
Yeah.
I don't believe in Star Fox anymore ever since it became like an adventure game.
It kind of followed the same Sonic formula a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the thing, though, that people, I think I mentioned this before, but Sonic, or the Star Fox Adventures, if you ignore that it's Star Fox, still a really fun game. If you don't count it as Star Fox.
I'm not sold on it.
I haven't heard.
I only heard bad things about it, actually.
No, people hear bad things because it's like totally like, why is it? It's not supposed to be. Even the game, when it was developed, it was made by some company, and then Miyamoto came up and was like, "Hey, let's make this Star Fox." Like, the game wasn't, when it started out, it wasn't Star Fox. It was called like Dinosaur Land or something ridiculous like that. But it's a really solid adventure game. I'm not gonna say it's great. It was fun.
Except like the part, like, not only is it Star Fox, like, even if you tried to abandon the idea that, like, okay, I'm gonna pretend this isn't Star Fox and then just play the game as it is, then you can't set aside the parts where they tried to weirdly co-opt it into Star Fox and like make it like when you had the really shitty R-Wing sections where you just have to fly through rings like it's fucking Superman 64, which you think at Nintendo would know, like, hey, why don't we just make a section where you fly through rings? Because that, everybody loves that shit, right? Like, why is that the fallback for Nintendo games? Is like, yeah, just, you know what, people can fly through rings. People like flying through rings, right? Like, they're just like just doing that. So, like, and then it's just like those really shitty R-Wing sections that are just terrible. And it's weird, too, because, like, you were playing that game and playing this really, kind of subpar Zelda. And it's like, all right, I mean, I guess this is all right. And then they throw you into an R-Wing, and you have to do this really, really shitty R-Wing section that looks like it was, like, thrown together in, like, 5 minutes. And it's
I'm sure you get really excited about it, too.
Yeah, you initially
like,
get excited.
Yeah, we're finally gonna fly. Oh, wait a minute.
Yeah, I'm just flying through rings and shooting meteorites.
And then suddenly you remember, you're back on the ground, and you remember,
I think the game actually opens up with an R-Wing section, too.
It does, yeah.
Oh, God.
And it's, no, the game opens up with you on a dragon in, like, it's, like, basically an
Oh, yeah, it starts out with her, that's right.
With her, yeah. And that one gets all weird, because then you're flying on a dragon as a fox lady, and then you shoot monsters, and then...
Me.
Yeah, and then no, here, it gets weirder, because then you get onto a ship, a flying wooden ship that's filled with triceratopses that are dying, and they tell you their story, and triceratops ghosts.
Doctor Who.
And then and then the creepy blue fox lady goes and fights a Tyrannosaurus, but he's a Tyrannosaurus man, which is weird because the rest of the Triceratopses were just regular old Triceratopses. They weren't Triceratops people, they were just regular Triceratops. But the Tyrannosaurus is just a Tyrannosaurus man. And then he knocks you off the thing, and then it's an R-Wing section where you fly through rings. And it's like...
You missed the best part, though, is that for some reason, they decided to hire a language maker, and they made a very own language for the game itself.
Oh my god, did they really?
Yeah, and so the dinosaur man and the
Shit.
fox lady actually speak in this language, but they say words in English randomly. Like the dude's name was General something, so he'd be like Muktalak General la la la, and it was really like
Wow,
weird.
it's only Jabba the Hutt there.
Oh,
Yeah.
sorry.
Yeah. And then, but then
General Scales.
that was
is what it was.
yeah.
Sorry.
And that's the thing that I was gonna say is like you do get excited for the R-Wing section. It's like, oh my god, Star Fox in a Star Fox game. I can't wait. And then
God,
you
imagine.
find out while playing in the R-Wing section, I really fucking hate this R-Wing section. I want to get back to the shitty subpar Zelda section. And it's like, what
Wow.
have you done to Star Fox?
Sounds like
Yeah.
you've
Why
ruined
did
every
you
part of
make me
it.
hate the plane? Yeah, and then they did Star Fox Assault, which is also fucking awful.
I
Because
played that one.
So
and I
Star
was-
Fox jumped the shark then, and I
Yeah.
think that's
Star
kind
Fox
of
Assault took away the only good part of Star Fox Adventures, which was the land part, and
Yeah.
it really worked. And
they,
Okay.
yeah, well, no, that's the thing is that they did the land part again, but they did it too. It was like it's called Star Fox. It's a fox in space. That's the whole concept of the game. Don't put me on the ground with a machine gun shooting.
But
like,
they have such rich
like-
narrative to tell you about, Rob. Why would you waste that?
Exactly. How much I really care. And they made it a linear story as well. Like, it's just, you go down a straight path. It's like, why do I want a scripted, shitty Star Fox in
Right.
which I have to run around on the ground with a machine gun and pick up power-ups like it's Doom, but it's third person, and also a really awful control system because you wanted to make it feel like a R-Wing on the ground, but not. And it's just like, just fucking Nintendo, just make fucking Star Fox. Just make Star Fox. All right?
I
It'll
want to
sell.
say something controversial here. I think I may have outgrown Star Fox.
Like even
Did you have-
64? Like you didn't.
Well,
Yeah.
so here's the thing. I really liked the original Star Fox. I was like 8 or 9 at the time when that was new.
Yeah.
Mhm.
The N64 version, I was like, 12 or 13, so I was like right in that prime market. And now that I've gotten older, I've changed a lot of my views on things, and I mean, they're fun games, but I don't think that they're high art. I don't think that there's something that couldn't be reproduced in another formula that's not so much of a Saturday morning cartoon, which, I mean, no offense to people who are into it, I just think I'm not as into it anymore. So looking back on the game, the gameplay is fine, but I don't think it's good enough for me to care this much.
Okay, yes, it is kind of a superficial game in that it's just basically an Unreal shooter, right? And so, you know, granted on that. Also granted, the original Star Fox really was like a graphical showcase, kind of like Crysis more than it is a game,
Sure.
you know? But Star Fox 64 kind of perfected the formula in a sense that the gameplay is still fun despite being an on-rail shooter. It has minimal moments in which you have like downtime or it's not fun. And like all of the things that the game does, it does the best way to do it. And a couple of moments in the game, it forces you to play in a different way, which I like in a game as well. Now, the other thing that's interesting about Star Fox 64 and the original Star Fox as well
Branching
is
paths.
that they're branching paths.
That's
and
the thing that it
game
brings
is
to the genre, yes.
and it's completable in an hour. So it's functionally, it's very similar to a roguelike in a way, because if you lose, you just
don't
lose.
say that.
I know, but I
Oh,
mean, it is
gosh.
kind of. Yeah. But I mean, it is like if you lose, you lose. But and you
Oh,
have
and he
and it's like
doubles
an
down on
hour
it,
to beat
too.
the game. Well, and if you beat the game in an hour or you don't, and that's sort of like how you play it. It's fun.
Totally.
I agree.
Fun.
I still to this back and play it, and it's like you look at it. It's it's like a 2 hour, 1 hour, 2 hour long game, and it's just really fun to go and play again. Like it feels nice.
Mm-hmm.
It's satisfying to shoot things in the game, and the levels are really well
Yeah.
designed, and they're fun to look at. It's pleasing.
You can change your
And
path
the
up.
characters are fun. The characters are, Slippy's fucking annoying, but you like to, Slippy's
Yeah.
annoying in a good way. And
Yeah.
Peppy is like, dual barrel roll, motherfucker. Okay, everyone.
And they didn't. You know what was good about it? Like I was saying, like the core things that made the game fun, namely flying in an R-wing and blowing shit up, is what you do in the game. They didn't try to like overlay some shitty story. Like the story is just like kind of in the background and it's kind of important, but not really.
Yeah.
You're just shooting
The
things.
story is literally like
Go
go and kill this guy.
I actually really
Yeah.
appreciate that they didn't bother making any real story. I actually think
Yeah.
that that's
Me too.
good.
That was
Exactly.
really good.
It's a game about the mechanics of the game. Like that's what it is. Like that game, you play the game because you just want to fly around in the R-Wing and shoot stuff, and I feel like they lost that. They lost that idea that Star Fox into Zelda, because I play Zelda for the story. I do. Like, I want to hear the story, and I want to see how it links up to the rest of the worlds. I don't want to do that. I don't care about that in Star Fox very much. I would love to see an upgraded out of, like, imagine that, the branching paths, right? And then you upgrade outside of each mission as well, like different things that you can do and specialize in a way as you go down this path. And what if there were like a bunch of branching paths and like paths inside of paths, and make the game, you could go as many times as you want, and you could change up your build and change how you fight and give different.
I can't believe an indie dev hasn't made this exact game, because it seems so right.
I know!
It's really obvious.
Me too. I don't get it either. And why would you not even just make it with like the simple polygonal graphics like the original? Like, you could get away with that too if it's still fun.
Totally, yeah.
You know?
That's the issue with the Metroid Prime series, though, in a way, is that the first game was all about exploration, atmosphere, and it was just really satisfying combat, and it was fun. And then as the game progressed into the next games, they tried so much more to focus on story elements.
Sure.
And focus less on the exploration aspect. And so that's why we got Metroid Other M, which was
a lot of the strengths of Super
Metroid
Metroid with
Metroid
a lack
Prime
of story.
2 was
Metroid 2 was good too. No,
Yeah.
Metroid Prime 2 was actually, I would call both 1 and 2 really good, but 3 started getting weird.
3 started getting story-ish, yeah.
And then
2 sacrificed atmosphere with parallel dimensions, though. I can't stand when you split up the world. Yeah, because you don't have a contiguous, like, environment. You're splitting everything up into these compartmentalized worlds in your head, and you can't see how they all connect to each other because you have to go randomly through other worlds.
I actually really liked.
I did like it too. I liked the mechanic because it wasn't just 2 worlds and you went through, like, you had to find the right way through each, and each world had, like, it wasn't just this is a hallway and then the other world it's also a hallway. Maybe it's a hallway in one and then there's maybe there's a gap in it in the other one, and you have to find another way around, and it's I liked it.
I thought the Dark World was really cool.
I like using practical logic to figure out the lock and key puzzles for Metroid, so having to think in a third dimension like that kind of bugged me. But that's just a personal gripe. I don't begrudge it.
Yeah, I can.
I can.
The
totally
issue with
understand
Metroid Prime 2 was the horrible fetch quest at the end. Like,
well,
I don't know.
Prime 1 had that.
No, Prime 1 did it so much better, though. Like, in Prime 1, you're told from the very beginning you're supposed to do it, and you can go while you're playing the game, gather these things and
I'm
find
with you
them.
on that.
And it was amazing. This is what I made my video about. Like, it's so perfect. It's the right kind of fetch quest that, yes, it's a fetch quest, but you're doing it as you're playing the game and as you're exploring. And if you didn't do it, then at the end, you're going to have to go back and find each one, but they give you hints to each one and how you can get to it. And perfect. Good. So good.
The
Metroid Prime 2, you had no idea you were supposed to do it until you got to it, and then you had to find like 12 of the things all at once and go back, and that was stupid.
Yeah.
It comes across as kind of epic when you're looking at the entire game in the context of there's this overarching plot that I'm also supposed to be fulfilling, whereas if you put it all at the same time, all of a sudden it's just a burden, and you just don't feel like dealing with it.
Right.
Yeah, I think I was actually too stupid when I played Metroid Prime 1 to really get that I was looking for those things.
Yeah.
Like, I thought they were optional extras, so I did end up going on a big fetch quest at the end.
I can see how that.
But I was, God, how old was I when probably like 12.
Came a long time ago, yeah.
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 I was not a smart.
That's my game that I want to see them make a new one of. That's not fucking Other M. I want to see a new Metroid Prime.
Yeah,
New
I'd
2D
be fine with
Metroid.
the new Metroid.
Yeah, I want a
2D.
2D Metroid.
Go away, Nick. You don't need to be here right now.
I'll
2D
live
Metroids
with
were
another
so
Prime,
good.
but I want it to not be Prime 4. I want it to be like a reboot of the franchise again.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah,
hey,
I'd like another Metroid Prime 1. I don't want another Metroid Prime 3.
Yeah. Agreed.
I was never into the Metroid games, even the old ones, really as much. But I would totally take a new Metroid game. Like, I would totally take that.
Like,
I just don't want another Donkey Kong. I love Donkey Kong.
Donkey Kong's
I love
fun.
Donkey. And Donkey Kong Country Returns is fucking great. It's beautiful and wonderful. So is New Super Mario Brothers. But just make something exciting and new.
New Super Mario Brothers comes across super generic to me.
It's easier. It's too easy.
Yeah.
Like.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. Yeah. It feels like it was like a lack of creativity. Like it was like a last minute like oh shit, we need to put something out next year. What can we do? Fucking just throw Mario on the name. Let's do that. And like that's what it feels like.
But the thing is that we're not a problem with Mario. We want our 3D Mario though. We want our Galaxy Mario.
Yeah. I want a new Mario 64. That's what I want. Just like straight up.
Yeah.
Mario 64.
Yeah.
How do you frame that anymore, though? The
I think you
scope
do it
has
the
got
same kind of way.
the scope
Is
keeps
that
getting
not pretty
bigger,
much
man.
Mario Galaxy?
Yeah, that's true. That is the issue. Is that it's literally like you're going to separate planets. But I think didn't Galaxy do it to where you went to a planet, you did one thing there, and that was it?
Yeah.
Because that's
Are you
what's
saying
good
they should
about-
just have like actual planet-sized planets where you have to go through the whole?
Oh my god.
I
surface
don't
of the
know.
Earth?
I feel like it's Mario. Like that's the kind of
Good
game that I'm
Minecraft.
okay with them repeating a formula that's already done because it's Mario. It's platforming. You can't really
Right.
platforming is just platforming. You can't
Yeah.
build on it that far.
I
Yeah.
want a Mario the size of each continent, available from the start, where you
And
can
it's
go to
randomly
Europe.
generated.
Yeah,
Minecraft.
it's basically just Minecraft. Actually, I just
Yeah.
want Minecraft on the Wii U.
Mario
Just like-
Minecraft.
I just want a
Minecraft
Mario
again.
skin for my Minecraft.
I
character.
want like a survival multiplayer zombie game with with
Mario.
Mario.
Yeah, that'd be good. I would play that. You know what's amazing
Mario
to me
Z.
though is like it's weird that like
Mario Z.
like game companies still don't really like I don't think they ever will really get it. Like you see something like Mario, the original Mario,
They're
right?
businessmen.
Like it was like yeah, right. Well, that's the thing. That's part of the problem.
They
But
chase trends and money
there's not-
trails.
and just because of capitalism, really, it's hard for it to not be this system. But basically, like you look at the original Mario game, right? Or not really even. I don't even mean. I mean Mario Brothers, not Donkey Kong. But you look at that game, and it did really well, right? So when companies do, they see, oh, these guys came up with this new, unique idea that hadn't been done before. We should just copy it, you know? And it's like, oh, okay, so all of the other products, you know, they did all right, but they didn't sell as well as that original. Okay, so that strategy didn't work out. Okay, so Halo comes out. Hey, why don't we try copying it again? And World of Warcraft, let's try copying it. And you'd think after the 20th time of just being like, hey, Minecraft came out, this new, unique, and original idea where you ask the player to have emergent gameplay and think for themselves and, you know, change the way that they've played games before or something, you know, maybe players just want just that. So we should just copy that instead of trying to come up with something new and unique.
I can tell you why.
Oh, go ahead.
Yeah, I mean, I know why too, but it's just
It's a safe bet
kinda
versus
sad.
a risk. And
Yeah.
even if they have
Yeah.
a certain idea of how well something's going to perform based on a bunch of weird analytics they've done, if they can just say, well, this will do 70% as good as this blockbuster hit, we know where we can take that money. And so they'll do that.
No, I know.
That's
I know it's just sad.
I think that's what a lot of game makers are missing. Like the things that indie game makers are doing well because, you know, they're trying to make good games. But like we have all these games that are focusing on realism, and you know they want you to feel like where is the like this is gonna sound weird, but where's the magic in the games? Like even Skyward Sword, which was, you know, a flawed game, and I think it's not very good. Even though that's all true, it still brought me into a whole different world while I was playing it. It was still immersive. It was still like I was still excited to see the things in it. I wanted to progress because I wanted to see what else it had.
Yeah.
I love
Like,
falling
yeah.
asleep on the toilet.
And that I think that's why I think people
You can do that.
or like someone like me at least, I don't know about anybody else who's upset with Nintendo. I think that's why someone like me is especially upset with Nintendo because they were
Abandon their
like the
roots.
last bastion. Yeah, that's like they were the last bastions of people who were just going to be like, "You know what? We're going to take a risk. We're going to make fucking Pikmin because whatever. We don't know if it's going to sell. We don't know if people like the idea, but maybe they will." So we have the resources and the name and the brand to
Right.
do it. So fuck it, let's try something new. And they just haven't done that in a while. And
That Pikmin was the last one, basically.
yeah, it was like
They're all
and that's why
Miyamoto
it
too.
makes
That's
me
the
upset.
crazy thing. It's all
Yeah.
Miyamoto, which
Exactly,
that
yeah.
man is fucking a magician with games. Why is he not
He
still
is,
doing
yeah.
that?
Yeah.
Like, to think that
It's
one
sad,
man
yeah.
gave us Mario, Zelda, Donkey Kong, just fucking all of these amazing IPs just by one
Yep.
man, it blows my fucking mind.
But you know, it's a
Yeah.
two-level thing. It's not just all of that. It's the fact that they both kind of moved away from being creative and taking risks, but also decided to chase a different demographic for a different reason.
Yeah.
So that's like everybody that cares about what they're doing, let's just not talk to them anymore for a while. And we'll sort of pay lip service to the fact that they still exist, but we won't really care that much because we're really after these other kids that's where the money's at. You know?
Right,
I mean,
yeah.
we can be where the money's at too. You just need to woo us, and you don't
Yeah.
care.
And you know what? Yeah, I'll also say, considering that E3 has just happened, for you guys.
This might all be like Stalin.
Yeah, like maybe we're fucking wrong, and I really hope that we are. That would be so good. I would be so happy. You know what? This is one of those situations where I would love to be wrong. I would love to be wrong, but until I'm wrong, I see another 2D side-scrolling like Mario or something really safe.
I say 95% chance that we're dead on right to be cynical.
Yeah, exactly. That's
I've been excited by an E3 in a while.
We're not gonna Microsoft, Sony, and all the third-party developers are not gonna give us those kinds of games.
Exactly. Yeah.
They're not.
That's why indies are such a big deal.
That's why the indie has been able to do that for me. Fez brought me into this whole amazing new world. It was awesome, and I loved it. You know, just games like that are able to do that.
That's why I have a YouTube channel, basically, because of this very discussion.
Indie has sort of replaced Nintendo for me as well, really. It's just like that magic and wonder of like creativity that you can just do whatever you want in a video game. Like that is there in indie games because they'll just do whatever, right? They'll just like, I don't know if it's
they don't have
sell.
to justify to investors like this is why my idea is good. They just do something that they would enjoy playing, and often it turns out well.
Yeah, exactly.
And it's that you can align with a single individual with a vision, which is many times the case, or a small team, versus a corporation filled with tons of red tape and hundreds of people, who everything has to be tailored and focused, grouped, and peer-reviewed. And it's like, I just want to see what one person's strong opinion has to say, instead of a diluted puddle of other people's opinions.
Yeah. And that puddle is just filled with like, oh, we throw this in, because people want that. Online multiplayer, co-op.
Yeah. Mercedes-Benz DLC.
Blood. Yeah, right. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's like, only online DRM.
It's going to be really funny for me because I've made this a habit for the last 2 years that I do a chat while the E3 conferences are going, so all of my viewers that want to hang out will just talk about it as it's going. So if it turns out that I was wrong on a bunch of these points, I'm just going to have such a red face during that whole conversation.
I'm trying to find out when the Nintendo E3 Direct is. I don't know.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I hope it's not during the NLSS.
Again, for me, it's like, you know what? I'd be so happy to be wrong about Nintendo, but if people want to say I'm wrong, if I am wrong in the chat, then just keep in mind that this opinion of Nintendo is informed by basically 15 years of them not doing shit.
Yeah.
So like that's why. Maybe they did it. Maybe they turned it all around. But
yeah, I hear you. This year Nintendo promising a digital event. This isn't being called a Nintendo Direct, but it's still a new kind of video program. It will air 9 a.m. Pacific time on Tuesday, June 10th. So Tuesday at 9 a.m. Pacific, 1 p.m.
Well, we'll have seen you there, I suppose.
Yep, we will have done that.
Yep. So
we should wrap up this 2-hour long episode.
It's a long episode, but I really enjoyed that conversation.
Yeah, very fulfilling.
I'm sure some people, if you stuck it out, then write scoop loops in the comments.
Yeah, I'll take some scoop loops here too if you got them.
Yeah, some scoop loops.
Scoop loop me.
Scoop loops. Thanks for joining us again, and thanks to Green for coming back. We missed you, buddy. I'm glad you're here.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, thanks for having me on again.
This is a good
I don't like
conversation.
you very much, but I do like you guys.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Thank you.
This series is more about us than the
Why don't we just have a podcast,
for
guys?
Sure.
It's never that easy.
Yeah, exactly.
All right.
New episodes Mondays and Fridays. Thank you for joining us. We will see you next time.
Bye.